Are you like me, getting frustrated because you're having a hard time getting around in the muck this time of year? Do you need something to get around your farm or your hunting area or your fields or even just your yard without getting stuck? Well then, let's take a look at this 2007 Honda Foreman Rubicon 500. So what makes the Rubicon? Well, the Rubicon has among other things, has the Honda-matic transmission. So it's got a fully automatic mode. It's actually got two modes for fully automatic. So you can drive without having to shift at all, worry about shifting. You got D1 and D2, basically just different shift points in the automatic transmission. And then if you wanted to, you could flip it to ESP, and that does give you some manual control, allowing you to use these buttons here to shift up and down gears 1 through 5. So that's what makes the Rubicon different from other Foremans. Let's take a look around. You see it's got nice tires on it, aftermarket wheels. It's a sharp looking machine. Plastics are in good condition all the way around. Racks are in great shape. Front bumper's in good shape. See the bumper guards are there. Axle guards are in good shape. The brakes do work well, front and back. I put a new brake cable on for the rear brakes. It's a little stiff, so that works a lot better now. Put new wheel bearings on the front, and then the axles and ball joints are good. See more of the same on this side. Nice wheels, footwell, plastics. We'll take a look around here at the back. This model, 2000, I think it's 2006 and later, have just a single light in the rear instead of two on the side, so it's easier to maintain. And it does have the straight axle still in the back. That's one of the differentiating factors between this and the Rincon, the 680 version of the Hondas. Those are also nice, but this has a straight axle in the rear. The drum brake, again, like I say, that's in good shape. And let's talk about one thing in particular, or it's a little peculiar about these Hondas from this era. The carburetor has two features a lot of people don't necessarily know about, and we'll take a look at that. One is when you turn the ignition on, we'll look at this one first. It is sending heat. The carburetor is wired. There's a little heater in the carburetor, and it heats it up. And so if you let that ignition stay on for about 30 seconds before you try to start it, that's going to heat that carburetor and allow for an easier start. And the second thing I wanted to point out that a lot of people just don't know about is this. There we go, right there. That is your little primer button. So we're going to do a cold start on this. I have not started this in 24 hours. I'm going to give this a couple of little pumps. There we go. And now this ignition's been on for about 30 seconds. This model seems to start a little bit better without giving it gas, so I'm going to go ahead and try to start it, and then I'll point the camera to the back so you can see there's no smoke or anything. So let's see how well this starts out. It's about 42 degrees right now. Sorry about the focus. There we go. That's with no choke and just a little bit of gas. Just pumping the throttle just a little bit. You see no smoke. This has no leaks, coolant, oil, anything like that. I'm going to let off the throttle now. Should stay running. So I think this is why so many of these side panels are missing on these. I actually had to replace this one as well. But I think people that do know about the primer, they'll hit that primer on this. Sorry about that. And then they'll just leave that cover off because it's easier to prime it, and then it goes missing. But you don't have to prime it in the warmer months. In the summer you don't have to prime it. Even in the winter you don't have to prime it at all. It does start without the primer, but it makes it easier to start, especially if it's been sitting for a week or more. Let's take a look at a couple more things before we wind this video up. This model does have the selectable 4x4. It's got the shifter here for reverse, low, neutral, and drive. When it's in drive, that's when you use this to select your mode. And this does have a great display. You can see it's got almost 6,000 miles on it, about 784 hours. So no other warning lights or issues of any kind. Everything works as it should. Like you hear, it runs well, no ticks or knocks. Currently for sale as of February 2025 in Western Kentucky. Let me know if you want to see close-up pictures from a particular angle or if you have any questions. Thank you.